All right, Big Bang. Today is Wednesday. It is March 19th. Welcome to the Dog Walk, presented by Barstool Sports. Free from Wednesday. Before we get going here, I want to talk about game time. The best part of college basketball is here, and we know you're as excited as we are to watch some big upsets throughout the tournament. While we're streaming in the cave, you can get out to see the action in person with Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. Game Time makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to showtime. Plus, the Game Time Picks feature makes it even easier to find great deals on the seats you want. You can even find last-minute tickets for the tournament for up to 60% off quickly and easily. Just pull up your chosen event and turn on the GT Picks setting at the top of the screen, or browse the best local Game Time Picks deals near you on your Game Time app homepage. I was looking at tickets for the Illinois first-round game, and I saw an amazing Game Time Picks deals for great seats only at $550 in the lower bowl. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah. So you can sit in the lower bowl, see the Illinois Fighting Illini. They've got these great curated deals for all tiers of tickets, and you know you're getting the top option when you see the super deal icon. What are you waiting for? Go buy those Illini tickets now with the Game Time Picks feature. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code DOGWALK for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code DOGWALK for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game time. All right, welcome in. Free Swim Wednesday. It's myself. We got Chief. We got Danny. We've been up collectively since about 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Cubs-Dodgers series in Tokyo. We decided to stream it. Obviously, we recorded a day early. It's Tuesday. How's everyone feeling? I feel like I'm already running out of gas.
Yeah, I had a coffee. I'm on a Ghost Energy now. I think it was the combination of it being maybe the worst baseball game I've ever seen. Boring.
Real snooze fest.
Snooze fest of a game. And then White Sox Dave, big old breakfast, put me right back to bed. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, I'm doing Moot Can't Sleep tonight, too. So
oh, no, you're not.
Just in for the long haul today.
Is there a bit, or are you just chopping it up?
Oh, Mincy is like doing a marathon, and I guess we get to like torture him throughout. I honestly love watching Mincy. I could watch Mincy all day, so I'm fine with it.
Apparently, he can't watch you though.
Yeah, Mincy just straight up ignored me. I took a video of it walking down a random street in Chicago. Couldn't have noticed me less, but. My king is locked in at all times.
That's interesting, though, because you're a noted early guy. I'd say I'm like a later guy, and I'd say Danny's a pretty late guy. And
what do you mean? Like staying up late or waking up late?
Like staying up late and like not really super early risers. I wouldn't say I am. I assumed you aren't really either, right?
I'll get up like 8:30.
Not saying you pull a mook and sleep till 2, but like.
No, never. I'll get up at like 8:30 every day.
Sleep till 2.
Yeah, well, he's stand-up life, you know.
Stand-up life, true, and he'll stream in there till like 3 or 4 sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm actively trying to go to bed earlier, though. Like, I never thought I'd see the day.
Are you?
I love staying up to, like, midnight.
I
don't know what it is. It's like
an 8:30 guy.
When you wake up, you mean? What time do you go to bed, though?
So, like midnight?
Yeah.
Yeah. A little after midnight.
I think I just subconsciously hated bedtime growing up or something. So I'm just like.
So you're actively trying. What's your reasoning behind that? Because I actually have thoughts on that.
So I could just wake up earlier and like I don't know, fucking work out, so I don't feel like a piece of shit all day.
Just do something.
Yeah.
How about you? What were you gonna say?
So I'll only stay up to midnight if there's like a game that I actively want to watch. So. NHL playoffs that are going overtime, something like that, where I'll stay up. But like beyond that, I'm going to bed.
See
like this March Madness tournament coming, I'm not watching the late games.
Oh, really? Damn.
I'm really unless it's like March Madness for me just kind of faded in my. I love it during the day. I watch it all day, but it doesn't meet the threshold for me being like unless it's like a guy like it's like a Cooper Flag is playing on a late game, I'll stay up to watch that maybe, but I'm probably not staying up till midnight or 1 to watch.
Yeah, how late are the late games usually going?
I think they tip off at around 9.
10:50, I think, right?
Oh no, I think like 9:30.
9:30. I don't know.
Yeah, so like they end probably 11:30 midnight.
Yeah, probably midnight. Yeah, so I probably won't.
I just have a weird thing where if I go to bed before like 11, 12, then it's like, I don't know, I'm like missing out on something. Do you feel that way ever?
I mean, I just can't fall asleep. Like I'm not used to falling asleep really before 11.
Yeah, like Brandon says he goes to bed at 9. It's like I feel like I'd be punting my night.
And I think it's also
9 is early because
Yeah.
like every single event, sports wise, is still going at 9.
I think it's also the people who like only wake up at a certain time every day. So like if I'm going to bed at like 1 a.m, I'm like, okay. Or if it's like a Saturday or whatever, I could be like, maybe I could sleep in an extra hour. But there's people out there who know if they're going to bed later than normal, they're still waking up at the same time. So they automatically know they're going to be losing.
It doesn't matter.
Like an hour of sleep.
If this doesn't happen very often either, but let's say I have a night where I'm out until 2 a.m, I'm still waking up at 5:30, and there's
every time.
Every time.
You haven't seen past 5:30 in years.
Unless I was like traveling and like my clock was
All fucked
off,
up.
but no, in general, it's just like there are times where I'll just stay in bed and look at my phone, but like I wake up.
But you are tired. Like I heard the alarm at 4 a.m. today.
Today, like I don't know. Then I was thinking about this too because I still went to bed. I was probably asleep by 10:30, 11. I did wake up at 2:45 in a panic, thinking that I had overslept the game. But it was.
I did too.
Did you? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was. I don't know. It was like. I even like my brain is already slowing down. I'm like losing my train of thought. But it's. I don't know what we're talking about, Ed.
The morning guy is fucking out of gas.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
Guy's
It's
puttering to the fucking finish line.
It's only 1 more hour. Like I woke up. Like,
yeah.
You know, so you would think I would be fine, but I'm not. I'm not fine right now. I'm not fine. My brain actively. No shit.
He is not okay. So I do think though, obviously everyone is different when it comes to sleeping patterns. I do think people don't like. I do think there's some trial and error because I am tinkering with the idea of going to 11 to 7 because I feel like I feel better when I've done that, which is only an hour difference
as opposed to
12 to 8. Yeah,
I feel like 8. You like the same thing. Like you've missed so much of the day. And I used to have this more when we were blogging more, and I have actually decided I'm going to be back to blogging again. But I used to feel like if I don't have 2 blogs written by 7 a.m, then someone else on the East Coast is gonna scoop them. So that was always like a fear. You know, I used to do 3-4 blogs a day back in 2019 when we first started. So that was part of it. Now I just like I have my kind of morning routine that I like too.
Yeah, and it's kind of wild too, because like obviously we got here at 5, so I stacked everything in the morning. We're recording this at 8 a.m.
Yeah,
doing WUM at 9 if everyone wants to tune into yesterday's WUM.
That's wake up Mincy for the late.
Yeah. Best acronym in the game. Best acronym at Barstool. I stacked, so I scheduled a tax person appointment. I scheduled a doctor's appointment.
Doctor appointment too?
Yeah.
Tell them about this bloody nose you had this morning from waking up too early.
That was weird.
You got a bloody nose? Dripping?
Just now.
Dripping or just dry?
Just dry. Just dry.
Oh, I saw blood on your
little drip, but it's from a dry. Like I had a cruster, which I actually am going to get to later in this show.
Okay.
Yeah. So there is something where you could be a little bit more productive, maybe.
Yeah, there's another out. Yeah, because there are only if you're waking up at 8. A lot of offices are open at 7 or 8. Mm-hmm. So you're not making your appointments until later in the day. So in theory, you'd be up. You have the ability to do that first appointment, then you still have the full day ahead of you.
And how do you guys? What's your tax situation?
What do you mean?
Like, do you have a person that does it? Are you an online person that knows how to do it yourself?
I've tried multiple ways. So I used to use my dad's person. Then I got away from that. Then I asked Dante for a person. That was a big mistake.
Why?
Big mistake. Because they just like, Dante's like, oh, I swear by this person. I'm like, all right, like I'll send him all my stuff. It was an exact break even on the return. And that year, like I bought a house that year, like I should have had a nice return. And I'm like, I use this space as a home office, so you're supposed to be able to write it off. So then I gave it to my brother-in-law to review before I like submitted. He goes, oh no, like, because he is a CPA.
So why didn't he do your taxes?
I always feel bad or weird asking people for stuff because he's he was a CPA, but now he has like a big job for a Fortune 500 company.
Okay.
So I was just like, does he really need to go like back in time to do my taxes, to do something he hasn't done in like, I don't know, 10, 15 years. So I just never really like to ask. I never like asking anyone for favors.
I'm with you on that.
So even though he's family.
Yeah, but it does feel like family's a little fair.
What?
It does feel like family's fair.
I know, but I don't ask my parents for it. Like I don't like presents. Like I have a hard time accepting anything from anyone.
You don't want to owe anyone anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I should probably go to therapy for this, but I just.
Oh, you said you're anti that.
I am anti
yesterday.
there. I know. I am anti. I was hamming it up a little bit, obviously, but like, I do think there's something to like, well, we're just going to talk about my problems forever. Move it along, figure it out, get over it. But that whole thing where, I don't know. Since I was 7, I told my mom after my 7th birthday party, I'm like, I'm done having birthday parties with my friends. Like, I just don't want it. So
ice cold.
yeah.
I've always done mine online actually.
You know how to do it.
I mean, it's
pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
it really is. But I'm
too.
definitely interested to see like how much would I be saving with a guy as opposed to doing it online.
But you also have to pay the guy.
Right.
So
I know, but still, maybe I could be even more. I could be a dumbass doing it online.
Well, the difference is like a live person will actually like try to find ways to
correct.
help you out more. The computer is going to be pretty basic.
Yeah.
Right. What do you use?
So my dad's dad had a guy. This guy's like in his 90s now. He's been doing mine for years, and then finally my dad pulled away from him this year just because he's like, he's older. It's time to. Nothing against him. He still does a good job, but it's time to find someone a little younger to keep
more hip, yeah.
keep kicking it down the road. But I didn't get in with this person. This person shut me the fuck down really fast. So
why?
Yeah, sorry. He's like, yeah, sorry, I'm like too busy.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing.
So I had to call my barber and ask him.
All right, but then that's number 2 on your list to ask.
I didn't know who else to ask. I had one on the podcast.
What kind of
years ago.
relationship do
I
you
thought
have with
about
your
him.
barber?
My dad told me. Me and my dad we go to the same barber.
Okay.
And he told me, he's like, oh yeah, he uses the barber's cash only. So I figure like he's got some.
He's got loopholes.
Well, not loopholes, but like he's probably got a tough tax, right? Or maybe easy.
Or an easier
to
one.
report what you
want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So your barber was your dad's recommendation.
Correct.
Gotcha.
After my dad's first recommendation fell through, I went with his second one, which is to ask the barber. I don't know anything.
What a network.
I know. I don't know anything about this lady. I don't know how much she charges. Didn't ask anything. She was booked out 2 weeks, so I feel like that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Well,
this season, maybe not. Maybe should be busier than that.
Well,
maybe. First of all, do you and your dad have the same kind of hair?
No.
You still go to the same barber?
He hasn't got that turkey
I have
hair.
3 barbers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You're a philandering hoe. What do you mean you got 3 barbers?
Because I just...
This is a difficult subject.
It is. And I brought it up, and like I feel weird talking about it because apparently it's a Seinfeld episode.
It is.
Which I don't watch Seinfeld, so I'm not just like making.
Well, having 3 is not a Seinfeld episode. It's just like switching from one to another.
Yeah. So like I'm not trying to do like a wacky zany or
yeah.
To take a bid or something. But like I genuinely like I got at one point where I was like oh man, I don't really love this guy's haircut that much anymore. But then there was a younger guy who was there, and he opened up his own shop. But I feel bad because this guy's been cutting my hair forever, so I'll switch off.
Oh, so you're still going back to the bad guy?
No, he's not yeah. Well, he's not bad. He's not. I shouldn't say he's bad, but like, so he could be inconsistent.
What do you think about a barbershop, multiple barbers, and there being an open barber, but someone purposely waiting till another barber is free because they prefer him? And it's kind of just almost a spit in the face. Like, you might as well tell him I don't like how you cut my hair.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
And I think it's very awkward. And I shouldn't say he's inconsistent. He's fine. It's just sometimes I like the way the other guy does it.
But like you're allowed to. It's your hair.
I know, but like
he's not entitled. He doesn't have like. Do you sign a licensing agreement with his hair? Or something?
Well,
he's got a contract.
He's a local business, family business.
So is the other guy, right?
Yeah, but still, I don't know. I just like the guy.
Are you waiting an extra like 20 minutes for your barber over just going to the next available?
No, because now that was a big thing during before COVID. You just walked in, you sat on a chair, and you could have rot there for hours. without getting your name called. Now you make appointments, and now you don't, like, even if that guy's empty, the other guy's empty, you're still going to the main guy, whoever your appointment is booked through, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah, the place I'm talking, you just kind of first come, first serve. But
Yeah.
I've gotten historically bad haircuts, so I see that same guy. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
might have high risk hair too. You got colics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, he's got a permanent colic.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So I have not as dramatic because your hair is thicker, but I have like that one right there. So I go to one barber. I've been going to him now for 5 years.
Yeah, I actually posted this because it was like the 4-year anniversary the other day of like my terrible haircut video.
Yeah.
He shaved the whole colic.
Oh,
That's why it was so bad. It was like I said, it was like a fifth of a buzz cut. So some people just don't know how to handle the colic. It shows.
They just don't know how to attack it.
Yeah.
And then the third one is Joel, the barber van, who pulls up the Barstool here sometimes.
How often have you used him?
I think I've used him a handful of times.
People like it. So if you use him a handful of times, why don't you just make that your guy? Super convenient if he's coming right.
Well,
here.
that's why he's in the rotation, because he's so convenient, and I like him a lot. I like he does my beard more than my hair.
I think this is just an easy decision. You just convert to the guy who shows up to the office.
No, I can't do it. I
You
can't
can.
do it. I can't.
You can.
No, I can't.
Because you're like, this guy does a good job, and he comes to me. End of discussion. Price point's probably similar, I would assume.
Yeah.
I get so frustrated sometimes. I got my hair cut like 2 months ago, and there's a barber shop across from my place. It's a lot more expensive, but sometimes when I'm in a rush, it's just convenient. And I go there, and you would expect like the more expensive place to like know what they're doing. And I'm like very specific. I'm like just a little off top, just like a little off top. And he even like held it up to say like, this good? Yeah. And he just does way more than I asked for.
Yeah,
so it's like I'm lucky that I have like a job, a life where I could wear a hat
every day.
Yeah, but if that happens and I'm like have a wedding that weekend, it's like, dude, what else could I have done to prevent you from cutting way more than I wanted?
He probably zones out, dude.
I know, but
you have to.
These barbers got to zone
1,000%, but I don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
What do? I give him an Adderall before he starts cutting my hair. Stay focused.
Maybe, you know.
How many do you think? Do you think haircuts at the end of the day are worse than the haircuts in the beginning of the day? Like if you get a haircut at 10 a.m., is that a prime slot versus getting it at 4 p.m.?
I think you have a better chance of getting what you asked for in the morning because I think they would be less talkative. Once they start a convo, that's when they kind of zone out and like, oops, accidentally cut an extra half inch. Now I got to
get the soccer game, you know.
Yeah.
Juventus is playing up there, and it's just,
He goes to Italian barber.
And then, you know.
Juventus.
And then, I feel you on that. I think it's more so the process of if anyone's waiting. Like if they know that the benches are empty, like I think they're giving you full service, you know?
I used to have this barber, and he owned the place, and he would always be the one to pick up the phone when it rang. And he would just go on and on. They'd be talking about like, oh, how's the kids? And I'd be there with like half my bangs cut, half not, just looking like a fool, half a haircut. It would piss me off.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I just can't do it. I just got to.
You ever been a salon guy?
I've been to a salon a few times. I think you're really revealing yourself as an Andy right now.
An Andy?
What do you mean?
Yeah, he fucking Buzz comes and he just completely throws everyone out the window.
Buzz?
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear? I guess we're going for Toy Story reference here.
No, come on.
I mean, that's you.
I just said I've been with my guy for 5 years.
But you want me to Andy my guy.
You are,
and I want Andy.
You are
Buzz
unhappy with the product.
It's not
your hair.
With the product.
You said that.
I know. I'm not.
The other guy's better.
I corrected myself. I didn't say that. I said I like how he does it sometimes.
And he has a good tax guy.
Yes, and he has a good tax guy. Yeah. I want Buzz, Woody, and fucking Slinky Dog. All right.
What's your idea of a bad haircut? They cut too much on top, sides.
You just know, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes
for me, it's like top is too short. But like you, I feel like I don't.
Is it? I feel like you get like a real short on the sides, and you're rocking like a not like. I don't know how.
He does the fade.
Yeah, I do short on the sides. My hair grows so quick.
Yeah, but I feel like sometimes if you go too short on the side, not enough up top, you'll be like a
Peaky Blinder.
Yeah, like a mud top, carrot top.
But it's never whatchamacallit. It's a fade. It's not like the army cut. So that
You're right.
You'll be like a mud top broccoli cut.
I don't even know what the fuck
what
that
do you-
means.
what is-
but
You know what I'm
Not even
saying?
we're sleep talking right
Yeah.
now. It's a fever dream.
Lance, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get the broccoli cut idea. The mud top, is that just like because his hair is like
Yeah.
dark brown as opposed
And
to carrot top?
he's got that matty hair, you know? Look at that thing. He's like a fucking
Your hair is also like jet black. It's like the darkest hair of all.
he's like a Newfoundland hair.
It's thick as hell. People
Right?
forget I a lot of people say they beat balding. I beat balding.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Chemo
'Cause
didn't knock my hair.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh, yeah.
Good point.
Facts.
That's one of two people, and the other was a girl. My doctor said he's been doing it for like 25
Oh,
years.
you never lost it.
Well, I kind of know why. It was going bad. Like I could like pull a chunk out if I wanted to, and then I got pancreatitis while I had cancer from like a chemo. So they had to stop the chemo for like 6 weeks, and it started growing back until like I was cured of the pancreatitis. I was like, okay,
Oh, so pancreatitis saved your hair.
yeah, but it was fucking awful.
I don't even know what pancreatitis is.
Remember how in like commercials for like a new prescription drug, at the end they'll be like, terms and conditions do apply. Don't take this if you're pregnant. May cause pancreatitis. I got the pancreatitis.
Damn.
1 in 100 shot. But yeah, that's what kept my hair, thankfully. I was just rocking a buzz cut.
Oh shit.
But yeah, it's thick. I don't know. We've had this conversation before, how an American can't have all natural black hair. It's dark brown
I just disagree with that.
That's black hair.
in the light. I thought I sent you guys a picture once, and it was like,
In the light,
yeah, and it was like very brown.
it was unequivocally brown.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is inspired from a large blog. He said things that need to stop happening at the Barstool office, and it had boogers on the back of the stall door.
I thought this was gonna be a Nicky Smoke segment.
Oh no, I think everyone could agree that sticking your boogers onto any sort of wall or anything like that is a no-go. That's off the leash, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, I do want to know the statute of limitations is not the right word, but you get where I'm going here, I hope, of a booger falling out of your nose, or like, just a booger falling onto the ground.
Yeah. Like you got rocks in your nose, you take a
Yes.
and it just pops out
Snot rocket?
unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it off the leash to let that sucker go?
I'm
'Cause
not
it's on the
touching the
ground?
tile.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay. Or is it, is it off the leash to let your booger just sit?
Well, how often are they just free falling out of your nose?
I don't
On
know.
occasion.
Yeah. I feel like I've been having a lot of,
Really? I don't
since
know.
Arizona almost.
You just have like an
I like-
avalanche of boogers?
Like the hard ones.
Like an
where
aggro
you
crag.
shoot it out. Yeah.
A rock
Well, yeah,
slide.
that's what I mean. That's the difference. You can't just shoot it out on the ground.
No.
No. But like
This
sometimes
is like, you rub your nose and it like falls out.
Can we get back to, so someone is putting boogers in
They're
the,
wiping boogers on the stall.
that's what I believe.
I remember Mantis was an old victim of that. But to do it on a random stall is one thing. To know that like your employees, people you work with, are going to inevitably walk in there and see it.
Yeah.
Like even doing it on a random stall is a no-go, but that doing it in your place of business is like
doing it in your
psycho.
place of business when your place of business is Barstool is even more insane. If you're working in insurance where it's never going to be made public.
Right, you're begging for it to be blogged.
Right.
Yeah, but also it's
Actually, I'd
this
like
place lacks decorum.
to. It does.
So like I feel like if you're
I need to go back
accountant-
in time. I've been thinking about this rocks falling out of my nose. I think I'm picking it up with tissue. I'm not just going to leave a booger.
You're not going to leave a booger on the
No.
ground, even though like it will clearly be like a speck of sand in
I'm getting
the
it.
millions.
I'm
grains
getting
of
it.
sand. So
I
it's
gotta-
off the leash to leave the booger.
Yeah, you can't leave boogers around. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm still having fog brain. That's insane.
Am I crazy? Like a booger just falling out of your nose? If anything, like,
That's definitely
not-
happened.
but like I get a runny nose before a solid booger just avalanche.
No, sometimes if I'm like, it's almost like an exasperated breath. If I'm like I'm not even trying to do a snot rocket, but it's just like a deep exhale, something will fly out.
I think in that case I would like almost never notice, and especially I wouldn't see it like on a tile.
I feel like I
ground.
can feel it sometimes.
But yeah, if you see it, you might as well scoop it up real quick.
Yeah.
All right. So it's off the
Ed's
leash.
blowing snot
To leave
rockets on
you-
the ground.
No, to be honest, I mostly get them when I take a shower in the morning.
Oh, that's completely different.
Yeah.
You just blow them out and they go right down the drain.
All right, so I could leave them in the drain is what you're saying? That's on the leash?
Yeah.
I can't pick them up, and I don't have to pick them up and dispose of them in the trash.
It's your drain.
Are they clogging the drain? Like, you shouldn't even know that they're there. I don't like how
You
you
never
said
had like a big old...
I don't like how he said to leave them in the drain. Like, you don't see them. They're just immediately down the drain.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. I think he was just making a joke. You can see them in your drain? What kind of drain you got?
No. You can't see them, but you got to, like, kick them down sometimes.
What?
That's... I understand what you're saying with that.
Yeah.
But there are, like...
Yeah, if they stick.
Have either of you guys ever lived with a woman, a girlfriend?
No.
So their hair is obviously
Oh, yeah.
a problem. So they have those little like hair catcher
Yeah.
drain plugs. Getting a booger in that is
It's like a deep fryer mechanism kind of thing.
it does kind of look like that. Yeah, like it's like a strainer. And yeah, so when if you the mixture of your gross booger with the hair that's already in there is it's vile. It's disgusting.
One time I had problems with cloggage, and I found out my buddy was putting Q-tips down the drain.
What do you mean?
He was flushing them in the toilet. You think that's very off the list?
Kick him out of the house.
And he's like, "No, dude, what do you mean? It's like fine."
No, it's not.
That's like a big thing. My parents would always tell me, like, don't put Q-tips down there and clog the drain. Plus,
What?
the garbage is 1 inch away.
He made me.
He gaslit
He
you.
acted like I was the idiot for thinking that it would do anything.
These men out here
I
gaslighting
know.
you.
It was crazy.
That is insane. I've never even heard that's something I don't think my parents ever even told me. Don't put them down there. It's pretty obvious. Don't put them down there.
I know, and that's what he's like. Oh no, and he like was giving me shit about something else that I like. I don't know if it was hair or what that clogged the drain.
This classic read. This guy's a bad boyfriend. He's gaslighting you, and then he's doing the misdirect.
Yeah, and again, 9 out of 10 times there's a garbage right there.
Yeah.
There was a garbage right there. There was a garbage right there. All right, so double off the leash then.
Yeah.
Off the leash. Can't just leave your boogers lying around.
Can't do it. Won't do it.
What else was in that large blog? Anything?
It was 2 things that need to stop at Barstool Sports, and I just skimmed it. One of them was people putting snot on the stall door. The other was one login, which
Yeah, one login's
super valid.
awful.
People don't know what that is. It's like our system here that signs in our email, signs it to like the bloggers page.
ADP.
They like stop you in your tracks and make you like do a fucking hand print to get in every week or so.
So
Every 2
it's-
weeks?
More.
Yeah.
More every other day for
Yeah,
me.
they just like constantly, and they got to get the fucking activation code from a text. I don't know. It's a whole big thing. Speaking of bugs, well, this has nothing to do with boogers. This has something to do with noses.
Okay.
It's at the car wash the other day. Okay.
Okay.
Let me show you guys something. It's at the car wash. I'm paying for my car wash, and I got a good relationship with the guy who runs the car wash. Great guy. Actually, I sold him a car back in the day. Fantastic guy. His name's Augustine. I really like him. We always talk every time I get my car washed. And he goes, "Oh, man." He's like, "You got your card like that on purpose?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" My card, I'm trying to show it without showing the numbers, is bent like that.
Oh yeah.
It's so for people that, could you see that, Lance?
The corner flap is
Yeah, you see the corner flap is
peeling.
Oh yeah.
Like peeling just from overuse.
Okay.
Swiping that fucking thing too much.
Show it one more time.
You see it? Like the flap right there, Lance?
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah.
Nobody make fun of my wallet either.
Fuck.
You got a Costanza wallet.
No, it's
Jeez.
not. And he's like, "You always got that." I was like, I didn't know what he was talking about because he had just given me a loyalty card
It's
too.
a weird thing to point out.
Where you get the punches.
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh yeah," and he was like smiling like, and I was like, "What's he getting at?" He's like, "I had a customer come in the other day. He's like, he handed me the same thing, and there was some powder under there."
Oh.
I'm like, "Oh no!" I'm like, "Augustine, not me. This is not for Coke. I don't do that. Like whatever. I don't want him to think I was into that."
Yeah, you got
But-
a deviated septum, dude.
Yeah, I can't. Well, that'll probably be good for it. I'll probably just grind right through the deviated septum. Like,
Is that how it works? Is it?
yeah, it's like the ice cube on the salt on the arm trick.
It can't be. Cocaine cannot be good for a deviated.
No, I think it's good. I think it fucking rips right through it.
But then it probably causes even more inflammation after. Whatever.
Whatever.
Regardless.
Why would someone?
Now I'm like paranoid. People are going to see my card and think I'm a coke guy.
Why would someone? I could see like if you had the pinky nail. I feel like that's an old telltale sign. But I feel like why would you have to like peel the flap on the card for it to coke to go up your nose better?
I thought the coat with the card was just to like divide it into a line. But you're doing it off your card. People do it off their card.
Like
too?
the corner, I'd imagine. Yeah, like the same way you do like a key bump.
Yes.
Because you could do a scoop. Like there's like you see, like I'm trying to. I don't want to pull this out because I know someone's gonna steal the numbers on it. You see that scoopage?
Yeah, you got a scoopage.
Yeah, like I have it. It folds up.
I think that would be bad to do coke off of because it would inevitably like be in between the broken part of the credit card, and the back part. You know what I'm saying? Like it would get stuck in the crevices and shit.
Yeah, maybe.
So is that even the side your chip is on? For you to be like, why was it breaking?
Did COVID impact the cocaine market?
No, that's not the side the chip is on.
Oh, so why is it like that?
I don't know.
Don't know. If anything, it should be on the side.
He's
the chip
real
side.
paranoid
The
about
side
it.
you're swiping.
Well, because I don't want people in the wilds to be like, oh, like that. Like it's a telltale sign. Now I'm like self-conscious and I'm walking around with a pinky nail. Right? I don't want people to think this.
I think it's weird that he thought that. I've never heard that before.
Maybe he only thought that because he just had a customer
Yeah.
who gave him his card and there was legit blow in his car.
So what'd you do? You tell him like, yo, I don't do cocaine.
I told him I don't, but he definitely doesn't believe me.
I've been down that road before. Remember in that Thursday Lines Instagram page posted on Santa's lap? And I was like, Santa, I want an 8-ball for Christmas. It's like a sponsored post.
So do I need to get a new card?
Yeah, your cards beat the shit. I would just get a new card.
When's it expiring?
Wait till you hear it. 27 September.
Oh,
That's years away.
2.5 years away.
Chase is giving me fucking dog shit plastic cards.
yeah, you got to start tapping, brother. You're wearing that thing out.
I never tap.
Oh, I'm a tap.
Are you?
Why would you never tap?
Just don't think of it. Don't trust it.
It's way easier.
It is. I know.
You do get a little scared at first because you're like, all right, this hasn't worked before. And then you always know where to insert. You don't always know where to tap.
Yeah. Not even to mention, you guys know I pay in cash a lot.
Yeah, you are.
So this card is a real piece of shit.
He has these rolled up dollar bills in his wallet too.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just a wild interaction where at first I didn't know, and I agreed with him. I was like, oh yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, this guy had some powder on it. I was like, oh shit, no,
Dude,
not me, Augustine.
you got to go back. You got to tell him.
I
You got to tell him you're drug free. You listen to Dare.
got to get a new card and go.
You think
back.
he believed you?
Is Dare still a thing?
It has to be, right?
Yeah.
I got fucked by Dare.
How so?
How so?
My school did it when you were in 6th grade.
And you had already developed a habit?
No. My school did it in 6th grade. And then when I got to 6th grade, they moved it to 5th grade.
That
So,
explains a lot.
My class just completely missed Dare.
That's why you're all doing meth.
There were some drug guys, and, makes you think Dare failed them. Right?
Yeah. What could have been?
They did, in some respects.
I kind of have something on the, not the same topic, but, so I was hanging out with a girl, and
Let me talk about Blue Chew real quick.
yeah,
And then we'll get
good
into-
transition.
Okay, good transition. Yeah, Blue Chew hanging out with a girl. Have better sex with Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. And starting now, Blue Chew is offering a combo so strong it'll knock your socks off and your neighbor's socks off. You'll have to move towns with the amount of noise you'll be making. Blue Chew Max has arrived, and it combines the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis into one chewable. This combo acts fast, and it lasts. Guys, be ready when she needs it and get your first month of Blue Chew free. Great sex is a few clicks away. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and are prepared and shipped directly to your door. The best part is that it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew won't stop until every man is bricked up like a brick house. That is the mission. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free when you use promo code DOGWALK and you just pay $5 in shipping. That's promo code DOGWALK. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. All right, you're with a girl.
Yeah, nothing crazy, but I get heartburn a lot, and so I just said, "Oh man, I really need some Tums," and she was like, "Oh, are you super gassy?" And I was like, "What?" When I'm always saying like, "Oh, anyone have Tums or anything?" I always assume people knew when you ask for Tums, it's because of like heartburn. Now I'm thinking this whole time when I'm just blatantly asking people if they have Tums, they think I have diarrhea issues. When you hear Tums,
I mean, for you,
yeah, but I would never. That's basically being like, "Hey, everyone, I have diarrhea." I would never go around asking people, especially like in the presence of a girl.
Yeah,
hey, babe, I got diarrhea. I need some Tums.
I think is it used for diarrhea?
Yeah, I think it's like kind of like Pepto, nausea, heartburn, indigestion.
I think
Outside stomach diarrhea.
Yeah, I don't think if you're using Tums for diarrhea,
I think you fucked up.
Yeah, you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
Like you haven't been in the game.
Can it solve gas issues?
Yeah, no, it can. But everyone just uses it primarily for heartburn issues.
Yeah. You're not in the trenches if you're using that. Because everyone knows you go to Pepto or something.
Maybe not diarrhea, just upset stomach.
Yeah, sure.
Well, first answer, when you hear Tums, you're just thinking heartburn,
you're thinking
right?
heartburn.
A million.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
good.
Not even a question.
Right, that's what I thought.
Although I have had once where I was in a pinch and I did have a stomach ache and it did help.
Yeah, I just don't want people to be thinking that I'm constantly
that you have IBS or something.
Asking them for diarrhea medication.
Yeah, that's a
heartburn
bad deal.
medication.
That's a bad deal. You can't have that. Yeah, that should be. It's pretty unanimous. Like, no, I got heartburn.
Yeah, and do people really take anything for diarrhea? You just let it pass. You're not taking medicine for diarrhea.
No. Well, I mean, if you got the boa constrictor.
What's is it Imodium or is that if you're constipated?
I think constipated. I could see that you need medication for constipation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imodium.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
I never take medicine. I just I'll just drink water until this is gone.
Yeah. Same. My mom will always be like, take some Tylenol or something. I'm like, I'll just fight through it. It's going to make me feel a little better for 2 hours.
But if you have the boa constrictor, we're like I classify two different types of stomach aches. There's the boa constrictor and the bug. Like the bug is not like
You're talking stomach cramps versus puking?
No.
Okay.
I'm not.
You're talking forms of shit, like a
no, like forms of stomach aches. Like you ever get it where it's like
yeah, but it's rare though.
Yeah, like I don't really get it much anymore. I used to get this a lot in college when whatever would set me off would be like a Vegas bomb or like one of those bombs where they use the fake Red Bull.
Yeah, like the whiplash.
They use that like a red alert shit, and it's from the gun.
Yeah, it's the sugar too.
Yeah, dude, it would instantly. It was like someone put a belt and they were just like would squid like Chinese finger trap my stomach, and I wouldn't be okay until I'd like puke it up.
Oh.
And then the bug is like someone stabbing you.
You're talking in terms of pain to the
yes,
stomach? Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's just really intense.
I don't mind diarrhea, honestly. Well, because when you're trying to take a normal shit, that takes way longer. You have to like force it out. Diarrhea, it just comes straight out.
Yeah, but then like the cleanup's always more difficult.
Oh yeah, it's a peanut butter shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then for a regular shit, sometimes if it like suspiciously feels like you didn't wipe enough, even though you wipe like 6 times, like I feel like there should be more shit. Where diarrhea, it's like it's all out there.
Yeah,
nothing's left behind.
Don't they say any bit of diarrhea you technically have like the stomach flu or something?
Oh, I don't know. What if you just had like food? Like, don't you digest certain foods different ways?
I think I've heard that. I could be very wrong.
I don't know. I don't really know anything about this.
I'm not a gastro.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm a coffee, it's gonna be like a liquid-esque shit every time for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Thankfully,
you have a disease,
I guess, but
were you diagnosed?
No.
No. Self-diagnosed.
I mean, it could be easily preventable. It's just basically, if I drink coffee, it's gonna trigger something.
It's gonna happen.
It's either be tired all day or diarrhea, maybe like twice in the morning.
Yeah. Okay. But no,
pick your battles.
I know it's not off the leash segment anymore, but it's off the leash on her. She should be more informed about.
I think she's just dumb.
And heartburn.
You're
Entirely
dating
possible.
This is a dumb girl.
Entirely possible.
Or people just don't get heartburn, and I genuinely am envious of.
I think I've had heartburn like once or twice.
Yeah, that dude. Honestly, count your blessings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
What even causes that?
Dude, it could be a lot. It's not just like red sauce or spicy things. You can get it from not eating.
Not eating.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Shockingly, that is an instant for me. Dip is an instant for me.
Big time.
Like a red sauce.
Yeah,
obviously.
like what you were saying before, Vegas bomb.
Yeah,
easily.
Vegas, like those will.
I
Orange juice.
Big time. That's a full blown heart
I
attack.
heard one time that it's caused by not having enough natural acid in your stomach, which is counterintuitive.
The way it was described by me, it's like a volcano with like a loose cap on the top. It's kind of like a top drain, like a French drain, and then like once you get to a point, it just pops up.
Yeah,
and that's where it comes up your throat. Could be wrong though. A lot of gastro science on this podcast.
You ever puke from a heartburn? It feels great.
I don't know if I ever have.
Yeah,
no.
Gotta let it out.
Yeah, I think
I know Tums at home. I was like, I can't take this anymore.
Just gotta let it go.
Fucking puked lava.
you should have gotten to the ice cream
Yeah,
because you know it just
right puts out the
Cools it
fire.
down.
Yeah,
Science.
exactly. Real quick here before we wrap up, JFK files are supposed to drop today. This is your Super Bowl.
If it happens.
Are you super hopeful that it's going to happen?
No, I'm treating it like it's the Chicago Bears because I feel like I've been rugged on this so many times in my life, especially like the last 10, 12 years, that I will not believe until it's actually out. But Trump was out there yesterday saying that it's going to be 80,000 pages and it'll be unredacted.
I don't follow long enough, but like, how do they keep getting away with this?
I don't know.
It seems pretty popular, and like everyone is waiting for the notification.
I think now
the president's addressing it, then for them to just be like, "Oh, we're not going to do it anymore."
Yeah, and they did the same thing with the Epstein files, where it's like they had this big thing, and they had all these like weird bloggers come in, and they like gave them the files, and they're all like celebrating. It's like, oh well, this is the same stuff we've known since 2020. So there was like nothing new. So I don't know.
What would be the three things you would want to know the most besides the obvious?
Well, what's the obvious to you?
The obvious is who killed him, right?
I don't care who killed him necessarily.
Yeah, what could you even do with that information? They're just going to give you a random guy's name, like, oh.
Yeah, like I don't care who the shooter was. I care more about what the motivation was.
Yeah.
Like, did the mob have any involvement? Was
the mob, the CIA, Jolly West. So like Jolly West was a guy who worked for the CIA, but then he was like part of that, like the MK Ultra project. And then so they had Oswald kills Kennedy, official record. Then Oswald gets killed by
Ruby.
Jack Ruby. Jolly West goes to visit Jack Ruby in prison. Jack Ruby loses his mind. And it's like, did he get dosed with something to make him be like, he can't talk?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like there's all sorts, and then like who clears him to go and see him, like all that kind of stuff where it's like, this is like the biggest, I think
like who else was in that building?
Who is in the decision room?
Yeah.
Like, and like, it's also like, is there actually a paper trail for murdering the president? Like that would be like, did somebody sign off, or is this a wink and a nod? And like, is what's being shown today actually just showing the cover up? I can't imagine there's people sitting around a room being like, all right, sign this document.
Well, it's like Oswald was in a warehouse, right?
It was in book depository, yeah. So
like,
it was effectively a warehouse.
Was anybody else in there? Like,
oh, there's all sorts of like, and that like the witness stories from that. Like, there's been like troves of stuff that have been released over the last, really going back to the church committee in the early 70s, where they just keep getting more and more and more, and it's like there are witness statements that are just intentionally not included in the Warren report.
Yeah.
So where it's like it times up where it's like, well, they couldn't hit like. If these two women have the same story about when they were leaving, they would have been with Oswald the whole time. They say they never saw him. So there's all sorts of stuff like that. And then his, I think like, and that just came out within like the last 5 years that CIA confirmed that Oswald was a CIA asset, and everyone's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
like what? Like,
I think they're gonna do like what they did with the UFOs and aliens. At one point, everyone was clamoring like, "What's an Area 51?" Then, like over COVID, there's like documented UFOs just making headline news. Everyone's like, like shrug their shoulders. They were like unaffected by it.
Yeah,
they're just gonna wait till people don't care enough, then release the files.
I think if it's like, yeah, the CIA and certain powers that be in the United States decided to murder an elected official because of Vietnam or whatever, that's like, then we don't even have a country. Like we don't if the people elected him and he's enacting policies, kind of like, who, like, you would think the president should be the highest authority. And there's that old clip from Putin where he's like, I've met 4 or 5 presidents. They all come in, they all have their ideas. Then the men in the dark suits come in and tell them actually how things are run.
Yeah.
And it's like, if if there are people in the government or in the country that are powerful enough to decide we're going to murder the president, and who knows, it could be about banking policy. Like JFK was trying to get us back on like the silver dollars and shit. So I have no idea. It could be anything. But if there are people that exist out there that can murder the president and then keep it under wraps for 60 plus years, that's then every election has been like just a show.
They need to release the files. We need our friend Dante back.
Well, I hope something comes out of it because I'd love to do a show tomorrow on it. So
yeah. I hope so too. So nothing. I've looked. It's now almost 9:00. Nothing's been Central Time. Nothing's been released yet. So
look out for that. We're seeing if it comes out. If it does, then we'll do a show for Thursday on it. So.
Yeah, I just need about 12 hours to go through 80,000 pages. Just put it into ChatGPT. What'd this even say?
What happened? All right, that's it, everyone. I got to go do one where I'm tasked with bringing up 3 different popcorn brands without talking about popcorn.
What was the other? There was one other thing you were going to.
You got to say drop a rat.
Drop a rat. Yeah.
We told Eddie to sneak those in there somehow naturally, and we said that Mincy probably wouldn't even notice.
You gotta make up a story about Orville Redenbacher. Yeah. And see if he makes it. He's like,
I don't even think I have to. I don't think he'd say anything. All right. That's it, everyone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We will see you all tomorrow.